Good morning, afternoon or evening. Today I am going to do a slightly different video, and this is to try and introduce people to the Wall Selection Stats website, created by Marco LV on Discord. He's the developer of this website, and I think it's a really useful tool which I need to use more as well, so hopefully I'll use it on my streams to show people how it works. And this video is just going to be a quick walkthrough to show people how it works, and just demonstrate some of its really interesting features and really useful stuff it has. So the most basic thing is here, the first tab, which is when you open up the website, it's just Wall Selection stats.lv, and here you can paste your replay code. This replay code's already on the website, but once you get the rating, I believe it submits it. So here, this is a replay code of an 8v8 match which I played in, and these are all the players that played in it, and the squads. So you can see that in squad 1 we had these 2 players, squad 2, these 2 players, these 3 players, and so on. You can see in my squad there was 3, and in my team there was another squad. So the little trophy shows which team won. So this team won this match, my team, and you can also see on the side here the rating of each player individually. So you can see my rating is 120, which is pretty low. But this is the team game rating, which is hidden in-game, but Marco, who is the developer, is working with WoW, one of the developers of Wall Selection, to help create this website and make it as functional as possible. So you can see your team game rating here as well, and compare it to other people. So you can see that this game is relatively balanced. Like the top players here are 120, 130, 50, 40, 80, 60, 40. There's a few 20s and a 10. Here we've got a couple zeros. So you can see how balanced the match is. You can also then go to more information about the game at the bottom, and this will show you all the general information of the game. So you can see what game mode it was, the replay code, when the game started, how long it lasted, what symmetry the map was on, the total rating of all the players. So you can see if it's a really high level match, you'll see a really high rating there. The game version, so you can switch to your game in the properties. You can roll back to that version to watch the replay if you wish. Has some information such as the fastest medieval age and player with the biggest army, what units they have. You can see team information, so this is the same page as before. Worker rating, so here you can see team 1 and team 2, so you can see how the whole team the team as a whole was doing with workers. So you can see team 2, which is my team here in blue. You can see that we started out overtaking them in workers here, and they started dropping, so we had about 20 workers more, and they kept decreasing, jumping, so you can see by that point they were losing. And you can watch the replay and you'll see the same kind of thing, because this is all information from the replay. And here you've got the gathered resources, so the same kind of thing. You can see that at this point here you can see the gathered resources starts to drastically reduce while ours keeps increasing. This is total for our team, so you can see that by this point our team had 10,000, their team had only 8,300, and it just plummeted. Lots of eco raids probably at that point. And another interesting thing is, this is just team games so far, has a lot more information as well, but if you go back to team information you can actually go, so if I go to me over here, you can click on the little magnifying glass and it will take you to the general information of the player in that match. So this is my profile in that match, so you can see the rating I had, if I won, what team I was in, and this is some information from the match and my information as well. You can see resources gathered, so you can see the food, wood and metal that I gathered, so I can track and see where I messed up and compare this with the replay, have a look at where I need to work and improve. So you can see this is probably the point I get to the Bronze Age, start collecting with workers, and then just slowly increasing until the end there. You can see they all dropped off. And you can see how it fluctuates. You can compare that to the replays as well. Really interesting information you can use here. The research timeline is even more impressive. Managed to get the time of all the research that's done in the game for me. So you can see that by 7 minutes and 59 seconds I got to the Bronze Age, and you can see all the upgrades I get until the end of the game. This was only, I think, a 20-minute game, so so you can see that the last upgrade I got was in the early medieval. Yeah, Middle Ages of Eastern Europe there. You can see all the upgrades I took during the game, and the units created as well. So this is I think this is actually all the units you've created in buildings. So you can see passive units. That's units that don't have like a military purpose, like workers and fishing boats, etc. You can have passive buildings, again, not a military purpose, but like research, stuff like a forge, temple, warehouse, all that kind of stuff is there. Passive military buildings, that's like stables, barracks, that kind of thing, which produce produce units for the military, but they don't actually fight. And then active military buildings, I think these include towers, obviously, but also things like artillery towers for Turkey and West Asian cannon towers. And land units are here. I didn't produce any sea or navy units. I'm not sure if that's included actually, but the land units are here. And you can see I didn't make many units that game, 23 horses and some militia. And that's all the information you get on Team Games. So you can obviously go back to the playlist here and see. And you can do this for any replay in the game, and there's a lot of replays that are already in. So if you go back to Team Games, the next option here, all games. Here you can see all the team games. There's 480 pages at the moment, and I think they do get purged sometimes, like really old game versions. But you can use the search feature, not just to search for the replay code, but you can also search for players. So if I type in my name, it will come up with the replay that we just watched. We just had a look at. So you can see if I open up the little magnifying glass, I can see that again this is the same replay that I'm looking at now, and you can do this for everybody. I've only played one game in the last while. It's been submitted, it seems, but if you submit a replay code through here, it goes into this data bank, and you can see everything here by players. And if I go back to that replay, if I can spell my own name here like that, you can see here I can also favorite it, and it favorites it there. And then if I go to my profile here, I'm not going to go to my profile because there's some information I don't want sharing there, but you can see that if you went to my profile, scroll down a little bit, there's a section for all your favorited replays where you can go back to them, or if you find one that you're really interested in, you can favorite it and then watch it later or whatever, and unfavorite, you just left click again there on that little star. These are all submitted by players, it seems. So Team Games, you look at top players. This is a ranking of the team game players only in Team Games and their rating. So you can see I had 120 and the top is 2000, so 2075 more than me. So you can see that my team game rating isn't so good. And you can search also in here. I'm going to search myself up. If I can spell, there we go. And you can see my rating's 120. And it's filtered from loads of entries there, and it's really quick. You can have a look at anybody's you want, and there's pages, you can see where you are, and there's some really interesting uses for this. You can compare with your friends if you're better, and etc. Then you got the official ranking. This is quite standard. It's just showing you the top 100 in 1v1 here. You can see the 1v1s and official 2v2s. These are the official 2v2s, the same way as if you open the game, and you can see it there. The little green ticks mean they're verified, so they're logged in with their account. You can look at also other game modes, so it even goes all the way to free-for-alls. So you can look at, let's say this random one here, and it shows you all the information as well. The same information as normal, fastest IR, medieval and biggest army, team information, everyone's on a different team you can see, and you can see the winner as well, and what country people go as well pops up. You can see the worker rating. It's quite interesting in free-for-alls because you can compare each player separately, so you just have to look at team. So team 1 here you can see is the red guy, so gather resources, and you just want to watch team 1. Other game modes, ranked 1v1, and this is all the ranked 1v1 games that are submitted. So you can open up any here, search up by your name if you want, find ones that you're in, the ones that you've submitted as well, and the same thing in ranked 2v2s. So that is all that the website itself holds, but then if I go to Discord, you can see that Duxa, who is one of the staff members on the official War Selection Discord currently, has also produced, I think with working with Marco, the developer of this website, has produced the War Selection Discord bot, which you can use, and if I go to official 1v1 rating, anyone who is verified with a little check mark, and logged into this website, then they will be given automatic roles which, if you look on the official Wall Selection Discord, you can see there's like top 10 1v1s, top 50 1v1s, etc. And you can see that it will automatically give them the roles on the Discords. So, for example, the top 10 here, all these players on the Wall Selection Discord, some of them aren't there, but if all of them were there, all of them would have the high-ranking player, or whatever, however it's worded. And then, interestingly, again, if you go into 1v1s, you can see the information of that player. So you can see their rating and position over time, how it's increasing when they lost games, etc. And you can see the name of the person, the rating, position of the game. This is just the game currently. And you can see also names used in-game, so you can track people if they're changing their names in the ratings. You can see, if you don't recognize somebody, you can check, yeah, they just changed the name, that makes sense. And you can also see a list of all the games they played as well. So there's 27 games here for the top player. Very useful stuff here. You can really be very analytical with everything. But yes, that is everything that you can find on the website. It is run by Marco LV. Here you can see his name, and it is from his own wallet for the production of this. But he does have a donation page, so if you're interested in that, you can definitely go and donate. And yeah, that is the whole website. I'll post the link to it here. I'll post this link in the description of the video and the pinned comment. And I really urge everyone to submit games here and try use it so that it gets updated, and more information in here, more games being submitted makes it just better. So, thank you everyone for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.